Picture this. It's late at night, maybe around 2:17 a.m., and you wake up for no clear reason. The house is quiet, the world outside is asleep, but your mind is awake, and your body feels restless. You adjust your pillow, turn to the other side, pull the blanket up, push it down, and you wonder why sleep, something that used to come so easily, now feels like something you have to chase. If you're over 60, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sleep changes, your body changes, and sometimes it feels like no one really explains why. But what you're about to discover might surprise you, because tonight we're not talking about pills or complicated routines. We're talking about a simple plant, something you can place near your bed, and over the next 7 nights, your sleep may begin to change in ways you didn't expect. And if you enjoy learning simple, natural ways to sleep better and live better, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, because this channel is all about helping you take care of your body and mind in gentle, natural ways. I want to tell you about Margaret. Margaret is 68 years old, lives in Ohio, and for almost 3 years she had what she called broken sleep. She told me, "I don't have insomnia, I fall asleep just fine, but I wake up at 1 a.m., then 3 a.m., then 5 a.m., and by morning I feel like I never really slept." She tried herbal teas, she tried different pillows, she even tried one of those expensive white noise machines. Some things helped a little, but nothing really changed her nights. Then her granddaughter gave her a plant as a gift, a simple plant in a small pot, and told her to keep it near her bed. Margaret laughed when she told me this. She said, "I thought it was just decoration. I didn't think a plant was going to change my sleep." But about a week later, she noticed something. She said, "I don't know how to explain it, but the room felt calmer. I was waking up less, and when I did wake up, I fell back asleep faster." Now, was it magic? No. But there's something happening here, and this is where science starts to get very interesting. Researchers at NASA actually studied certain plants back in 1989 in what became known as the Clean Air Study. They were trying to find natural ways to clean the air inside space stations, and what they discovered was fascinating. Certain plants were able to absorb toxins from the air, things like benzene, formaldehyde, and trichloroethylene, chemicals that can come from furniture, carpets, cleaning products, and even mattresses. Think about that for a moment. You spend about a third of your life sleeping, breathing the air in your bedroom, and the air in most bedrooms is not as clean as we think it is. This isn't theory, this is documented, peer-reviewed science that has been discussed for decades. But here's where it gets even more interesting, especially for you after 60. Researchers from the University of Washington and later studies from Harvard Medical School found that air quality directly affects sleep quality, especially deep sleep. When the air has fewer pollutants and slightly higher oxygen levels, the body can enter deeper sleep stages more easily. Deep sleep is the stage where your body repairs tissue, strengthens memory, and regulates hormones. After 60, deep sleep naturally decreases, so anything that helps your body enter that stage more easily can make a big difference in how you feel the next day. Now let's talk about the plant itself, because not all plants are the same. Some plants actually release oxygen at night instead of during the day. This process is called CAM photosynthesis, and I'll explain it in a simple way. Most plants release oxygen during the day when there's sunlight, but a few special plants like snake plants and aloe vera release oxygen at night. So while you're sleeping, they are quietly improving the air around you. Think of it like a very slow, very gentle air filter that never turns off, never makes noise, and never needs electricity. And at a cellular level, this matters, because your brain is extremely sensitive to oxygen levels. Even a small improvement in air quality can help your nervous system relax, your heart rate slow, and your breathing become more regular during sleep. But what's fascinating is that this idea is not new at all. Different wisdom traditions have known something about plants and sleep for thousands of years, even though they used different words. In ancient Egypt, archaeological discoveries show that aloe vera plants were placed in sleeping chambers, and they called it the plant of immortality. They didn't talk about oxygen and air toxins the way we do today, but they believed the plant protected the sleeper and brought restorative rest. In traditional Chinese practices, certain plants were placed in the bedroom not just for decoration, but to calm the spirit and settle the breath. Where science today says improved air quality and oxygen levels help the nervous system relax, ancient healers said the plant calms the life energy and quiets the mind. Different words, same truth. Native American tribes also had traditions of placing specific plants near where people slept, especially elders. Some tribes believed plants acted as silent companions at night, stabilizing the environment and creating a sense of safety. Now think about that psychologically. When you feel safe, your body sleeps deeper. When your body sleeps deeper, your immune system works better, your memory works better, and your mood improves. So whether you look at this from biology, psychology, or ancient tradition, everything starts pointing in the same direction. And tell me in the comments if you already have a plant in your bedroom, because I'm always curious how many people are already doing this without even realizing the benefits. Now let's talk about something modern that connects all of this, and that's the idea of placement. In Feng Shui, the ancient Chinese system of arranging spaces, the bedroom is considered the most important room for health because it's where your body restores itself. Modern practitioners have observed that plants placed a few feet away from the bed, not too close to your head but within the room, tend to create the most calming environment. This is where everything starts connecting, because from a biological perspective, you don't want too many plants right next to your face, but having 1 or 2 plants in the room can gently improve air quality and humidity. And from a psychological perspective, seeing something alive and growing in your room creates a subtle sense of calm and continuity. Your brain reads the room as safe, alive, and stable. And there's something else I want to share with you, something a little more personal. When you take care of a plant, you create a small daily rhythm. You water it, you check the soil, you notice if it's growing. And at this stage of life, after 60, those small daily rhythms are incredibly powerful for the brain. They create structure, purpose, and calm. So the plant is not just cleaning the air, it's also giving you a tiny, quiet reason to engage with life every day. And here is where everything converges. If this plant thrives under your care, it means you're doing something right in your environment. You're creating a space where life can grow, and that includes you. It's not just that you take care of the plant also changes the space where you sleep. And that space changes how you rest, and how you rest changes how you live. So let's talk about what you can actually do starting today. First, you want to choose a plant that is easy to care for and known to do well indoors. In the United States, you can find snake plants, aloe vera, or peace lilies at places like Home Depot, Lowe's, or even Walmart. You don't need a big plant. A medium-sized pot is perfect. Second, place the plant about 3 to 6 feet away from your bed, somewhere it can get a little indirect sunlight during the day. Near a window is ideal, but not necessary. Third, don't overwater it. Most people kill houseplants with too much water, not too little. Usually once every 7 to 10 days is enough for a snake plant, and aloe vera sometimes even less. And give it time. This is not an overnight miracle. But over about 7 nights to a few weeks, many people notice the room feels fresher, calmer, and they wake up less during the night. Also think about the season. In winter, indoor air becomes very dry because of heating, and plants can slightly increase humidity, which helps your throat and nasal passages while you sleep. In summer, plants can help the room feel less stuffy. These are small changes, but small changes every night add up to big changes over months and years. And if you know someone around your age who struggles with sleep, share this video with them.
because sometimes the smallest, simplest changes are the ones that make the biggest difference. Before we close, I want to leave you with something to think about. Sleep is not just a biological process, it's a state of trust. When you sleep, you are trusting the world around you enough to close your eyes for hours. So anything that makes your environment feel safer, calmer, cleaner, and more alive can help your body let go and rest. Whether you believe in the science, the ancient traditions, or a little bit of both, there's one truth that keeps showing up again and again. When you create a peaceful environment, your body responds with more peaceful sleep. So maybe tonight or sometime this week, you bring a small plant into your bedroom. You place it somewhere quiet, somewhere gentle, and you take care of it. And over time, as it grows and as you sleep, something very subtle begins to change. And one morning you wake up and realize you slept a little deeper, a little longer, a little more peacefully. And you'll know that you did that. Your care, your attention, your decision to change your environment. Tell me in the comments if you're going to try this, and if you already have a plant, tell me what kind it is. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because we're going to keep talking about simple, natural ways to sleep better and live better after 60. Take care of yourself, and tonight, sleep well.